Right, guys, I thought I'd just come to my local big box because I had to pick up some plants for a project that's upcoming. So as you walk in, all looks fine and dandy. This is like the big box, and I thought I'd just take a look around the power tools. So the usual thing applies here with these big box stores. You've got the crap, the sort of better, and then the best tools. They sort of put them in them sort of configurations to make you buy something. The only thing here I'd say with this sort of display is it's soulless. It's really, you need a vibe. What I would say is when you go into something, you've got money in your pocket and, you know, it's burning a hole, especially if you like people that like the tools, men that like the tools, women that like the tools, they want to buy a new tool. Nothing here appeals to me. Some of these tools are probably good, but it's the way they're set up, it's the way they're displayed. There's just something's missing. I don't know what it is. Is it the display they've got on that cheap sort of board there? I know they're going for the look, but in my opinion, this is the wrong look. They should have these displayed better. Now, you can see the prices as I'm going on. The prices are on the expensive side. I know it's a DIY. You can just go in and grab something, big box type prices. But guys at B&Q, if you're listening, please look at your prices again and look at your displays. I want to spend money, and when I come in here to buy my plants and I had a look around the tools, I didn't want to part with money, and I don't know if that's what it is. There's just something totally missing. It's like the vibe's not there. There's no real deals going on. There's a few things with a few quid off, but I mean, there's like one deal. I mean, you've got, and it's not even on a deal. There's a sander coming up shortly. If it comes onto it, it's £150. I bought the same sander a couple of weeks back for £119. And do you know what I mean? It's like you could still lower your prices on your sort of power tools, that kind of thing. You could have trained some of your staff up to show these in action working, offer free coffee and biscuits, make a thing of it. You'd have the place rocking, and you'd have people parting with the money. And I know you're a big box, I know you're DIY, but you need to make it so it's more sort of user friendly, if that makes sense. As I was walking around, the staff were helpful. I've got to say, the staff were really helpful. There was something else I wanted, and I asked the staff, and they said that, they showed me where it was, but they didn't have none in stock, which is fine. But the staff are lovely, really helpful. One asked me what I was doing, and when I said I was just doing a YouTube video, they were fine with that, which was great, really. But it comes back to, I've come here, I'm a man, men are men, and I want to spend my money on tools. That's what we do. When we get over a certain age and we've gone past the car thing, our middle-aged sort of thing, what it is, middle-aged man syndrome, we get over that car thing, we want tools. That's what men want. So if you want us to buy tools, number one, you need to sort this display out. Number two, you need to sort of make the prices better. And number three, just please, there's something there. There's something missing. I can't put my finger on what it is. It's like if I wanted to, I can't go out. I'd love Festool, yeah, for instance. I can't go out and buy Festool because Shelley would absolutely hit me with one of her frying pans or something. The woman knows down to the nearest penny how much them Festools cost. Yeah, so I've got to buy things like this, sort of decent quality tools. Personally, I like the Walton Makita, but I'd love a Festool. Obviously, they don't sell them in here, and I'm not allowed them because I'd get panned. But and some of the stuff, it's like, I know it's a marketing trick, like that there, that little drill there. I think it was £11. Yeah, come on, guys, come on, please. Give us a better sort of better choice, a better thing. You know what I mean? It's like I say, hardly any deals. The only deal I could see in here was just like 50% less sole, if that makes sense. That's the nugget I can put it in. I'm a man with money in my pocket. You know, I mean, like this is the only section I sort of spent a bit of time looking around, was the Air Bauer sort of tool section. I'm quite interested in these tools. But again, you can get them from Screwfix. I know they're the same company, but why are they cheaper in Screwfix than what they are in B&Q? You're one of the same company, from what I'm led to believe. I think that's sort of pulling the wool over the public's eyes. I think so, yeah. Let me know, guys, in the comments what you think. What could this company do to make this more appealing for you to get your money out your pocket and spend there? Am I being harsh? Am I being overcritical? I don't know. I'm just going off of what I felt when I was in here. Now, when I went to the flower display to help Shelley, the flower section was absolutely amazing. So whoever's in charge of the flowers and that setup and displays, you know, 10 out of 10, they were super. But I mean, there was missing stuff, you know, there was stuff that said was for sale and it were on the rack as well. Just little things like that, which leaves it's a bit of a bad experience. The DeWalt tools, the range, they weren't, I mean, I love my DeWalt, as you know, but the range weren't brilliant. There's that sander I bought, £150. I bought that for, I think it was 113 or 119 a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember the exact price, but it was £30 cheaper at least. There you go, missing things off the rack. I know things have got to be chained down these days, which is really bad. I want a shop. I want to come into B&Q. I want to spend money. So if you're watching at B&Q and you want people to spend money, put a bit more effort in to your tool section. Other sections as I walk around, which I'm not showing on the video, were really good. Like the flower section, the lighting section was exceptional. The staff were really friendly. You've got sort of nearly all your bases sort of covered. But this tool section, for me, was just, it was really lacking in sort of positivity, in vibe, that kind of thing. You know, how nice would it be if you sort of walked in and there was a couple of members of staff showing how these tools worked, or would come up to you and say, do you want a demonstration of this or that? How much extra money does that cost the store? You know, is it all on cost? I don't know. Handing out a few teas, a few coffees, maybe a biscuit or two. That's a cookie for you guys in the States and Canada. Got the workwear in. Nothing wrong with the workwear. Just, again, the display. It's sort of just thrown on a rack. I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I mean, let's put it this way. I come for my plants. I've got my plants. I bought the plants. We actually bought stuff that I didn't want in the plants, but that was down to how it was displayed and how it was shown to the customer, sort of thing. But this, I walked away with no tools out of here whatsoever, and that's unlike me. I always, if I come to places like this, or come to places that sell tools, I'll always buy something. And I left empty-handed from here. There was nothing for me. There was nothing appealing. There was nothing appealing about the tools. Maybe I would have tried and maybe would have bought an Aruba tool, but again, I think because of the vibe I got from walking around the tool section, I left it. And then because I've seen the sander, and I know it was £30 cheaper, I bought it from Screwfix, which is owned by the same company. So I'm thinking now the Aruba tools might be cheaper. So that was another reason I left, and I didn't have the internet on my phone at the time as I was filming this, so I couldn't check. But there you go. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think. Am I just being a big wuss? Am I just a moaner? But is this what it's like at big box stores where you are in your countries? I'd like to know some of the big boxes in Canada, in Australia, and throughout Europe. We all know sort of through watching YouTube that some of the American ones, but they seem all well stocked, and some of them seem like the displays you'd go in and you'd spend money, even if they were a little bit more expensive than what you could get off the internet and off dedicated tool companies, that kind of thing. But here, it's no. I'm just going around showing you. Now that Makita looks nice. I have bought a Makita biscuit jointer, which I'll show you all for some projects I've got lined up. Bought off my own money as well. Again, and I got a really good deal on that. I wouldn't think of buying anything like that in here, even though they don't sell them. Not £45 for that. 140 pounds for that. 59 for that. 55 for that. And that's corded, you know. Black & Decker. I don't know how they're doing these days, what the quality of Black & Decker's like. If anybody knows, let me know. If they're worth me picking up a few and reviewing them, maybe in the future, that might be interesting. Right, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you for watching, and on to the next one.